Very good evening to you with Sports Night. I'm Damien Best. Well, the spin and pace combination of Nikita Miller and Kemar Roach saved the Windies blushes in their ICC Cricket World Cup qualifier warm-up match against the United Arab Emirates today. The pair bowled the two-time former world champions to a 32-run victory at the Harare Sports Club in Zimbabwe. Well, the Windies were heading for an embarrassing defeat when they were spun out for 115 in 33.4 overs. Wrist spinner Imran Hadir claimed 4 for 16, off spinner Rohan Mustafa bagging 2 for 10, and left-arm spinner Ahmed Raza snapping up 2 for 14. However, left-arm spinner Miller and Roach turned the screws on the UAE batsmen and bowled them out for 83 in 29 overs. Miller finished with 5 for 20, Roach claimed 3 for 15, and off-spinner Ashley Nurse 2 for 21. For the Windies, the victory has still left questions after they were bowled out by Afghanistan for 110 while chasing 140, while today they managed only 115. Well, the Windies A have swept their unofficial test series with England Lions after winning their third match this afternoon at the Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Ground in Antigua. Well, starting the fourth and final day, needing just 4 more wickets for the victory, Windies A dismissed the Lions for 195 in their second innings to win by 212 runs. The Lions resumed on 132 for 6, but Jamal Warrican with 5 for 55 made sure the day and night encounter didn't go too far into the session. Scores in the match then: Windies A 236 and 273 for 9 declared, England Lions 102 and 195. Windies A winning by 212 runs and taking the series 3-0. Well, the big news today: Kieron Pollard and Shoaib Malik will not be part of the Barbados Tridents franchise this season after departing for other franchises in this year's Caribbean Premier League draft in London. Tridents went for New Zealander Martin Guptill as their first-round pick and then snapped up highly rated Bangladesh all-rounder Shakib Al Hassan in the second round as their marquee player. The Tridents also selected South African batting star Hashim Amla in the third round while retaining former Barbados and West Indies opener Dwayne Smith in the fourth round. Well, Jason Holder, the West Indies one-day and test captain, will also turn out for Tridents after he was taken in the fifth round of the draft. St. Lucia Stars then went for Pollard as their marquee player. Commentator Darren Ganga says the switch may be beneficial to Pollard.
Big move from the Tridents. It is a big move, really, because the Stars take him away from the Tridents, where he's been for, what, 5 years?
Yeah, he's led that Tridents team in the past. He's been a consistent performer. Last year, he got just over 250 runs. What I think Pollard has to do is to challenge himself to score a T20 century. His strike rate is amazing, over 150, and he can change a game. He is a match winner. Those are the things that this St. Lucia Stars team will like to get from Kieron Pollard. The burden of leadership, as they say, might not be on his shoulders, so he has an opportunity now to perform as an individual player, not as a captain.
Meanwhile, Ghana Amazon Warriors nabbed Shoaib also as their marquee player. Both players have been fixtures for the Tridents, with Pollard having captained the side from the inception of the 5-year-old league. Well, Nicholas Ellis, Ezekiel Ward, Kim Holder and Julian Michael Jackson White are all in tonight's final of the Silver Hill Road Tennis Tournament. Ellis disposed of Shaquan Henry and Mosey Williams in the semifinals of the 17 and under, as well as the community semis, while Ward defeated Shaquem Nurse in the other 17 and under semifinal. Meanwhile, Holder eliminated Juliet Worrell in the women's semifinal, and Julian White downed Emar Edwards in the men's A class. In other fixtures, Antone Daniel, Abigail Haynes and Adrian Walker also advanced in their respective categories. CBC's Sean Green reports.
Susan Scantlebury taking on Abigail Haynes in the green, already leading 21-13 after the first set in this women's semi-final matchup. Scantlebury with the serve and driving Haynes to the left with the backhand before she worked the angles, but Haynes found a chance in the runaround, posed the question, Scantlebury just couldn't answer. But Scantlebury wasn't beaten, just kept on putting the ball back in Abby's face until she eventually forced her to hit it away. Scantlebury trailing 7-13 at this stage. Haynes creating some space and slaps it into the net. But Scantlebury, though, not the most aggressive of players, is certainly one of the most frustrating to play against, not allowing Abby to play her preferred pace, but slow the game down to her liking, forcing her opponent to switch up her game plan. And once you do that, Scantlebury will pounce. However, Haynes continued to be aggressive. That's the way she plays, thundering that forehand shot past Scantlebury, who even applauded the younger opponent for the shot. And it was from this serve that Haynes would advance to the finals, winning the second game at 15. This is Shaquan Henry in the blue trunks and sneakers against Nicholas Ellis backing, with Ellis already taking the first at 17 with shots like that. But Henry, despite trailing, was still very much in the fight, managing to push Ellis back and keep him there. Then the cross-court killer. Ellis with the serve, and this time it was Ellis keeping Henry back. With a few thumping shots, Henry on the defensive, but he couldn't do anything against this rocket. One trademark feature of Ellis's game was his high backlift, forcing Henry to his right, but he was left as a flat-footed spectator on this rocket. The left-handed Ellis was also strong on the backhand, not allowing Henry to get inside, off the net, in the air, and look out below. Ellis storming into the finals with the 21-17, 21-12 win. Men's open matchup between Curtis Jones in the green and Antonio Lilman Daniel in the game of the night. Jones doing well to answer the call, but he couldn't answer this one. But for Daniel, it wasn't all power, finesse with the serve as well. Jones, a tough customer in this game as well, a bit more resistant to Daniel's wells as the game progressed, despite being moved to the left, to the right, in and out. But Daniel still won the point. Lil Man with the serve and Jones doing well to respond, but he didn't read this, the deceptive injection, getting there late, hitting it long. Jones was able to patch up that hole now and more aware to the shot. But what about this one? But as soon as Jones thinks he had a Lil Man countered in one area, Daniel unveiled another one of his vast variety of variations, leaving Jones wanting in the end, winning 23-21, 21-13.
Thanks so much, Sean. Welcome back to Sports Night. Rennie the Assassin Hitlal took the second round of the Best in BIM Pool Series, which was held recently at the Casablanca Pool Hall. In the 9-ball semi-finals, Carl Gladiator Goddard defeated Mark Point Lane 3-0 in the first encounter, while Hitlal beat Davy Davis 3-2 in the second. In the final, Hitlal got by Goddard 3-1 to win the round. So after 2 rounds, Goddard and Hitlal jointly lead the standings with 18 points. Davis is third with 12. Well, the Barbados Cricket Association has honored the ICBL Barbados Pride team for their performances over the 2017 season in the regional competitions. The Pride finished second in both the regional 4-day tournament behind 4-time champions Ghana Jaguars and in the regional Super 50 tournament, which they lost last Saturday in the final to the Windward Islands Volcanoes. The team saw some 28 players, including 7 debutants, taking the field over the 4-month period in the 2 tournaments. Manager Wendell Coppin encouraged the BCA board and support staff to keep working hard so that Barbados can continue to contribute to West Indies cricket.
When you think that Trinidad lost 3 players, the Leeward Islands lost 3 players, the Windward Islands only lost 1 but went on to win the championship. And we lost 9 players joined the PCL and 11 players joined the Super 50, but came second in both competitions. I think that as a board and as an office, we need to realize that with hard work, dedication, and support for the utmost development of these young men, that we can turn certainly West Indies cricket around and ensure that the future of Barbados cricket is in good hands.
Well, Rasheem Griffith is now the new junior 400-meter hurdle under-20 boys record holder. Griffith of elite distance, along with Nathan Ferguson of Quantum Leap, both sprinted Carifta qualifying times at the recent National Junior Championships at the National Stadium. CBC's Sean Green reports.
Here we go with the under-17 boys 400-meter hurdles final. featuring Jaden Callender and Shem Williams, both of Rising Stars, Tayel Anton of Elite Distance, and Natari Sargent of St. George Secondary School. Nice and easy going down the back stretch until Anton in the white and blue made a dash for the lead, pulling along Callender with Williams not too far behind. But with about 100 meters to go, it became a two-man race. Well, make that one man. Callender grimacing, bringing it home all the way, all alone, taking this event without much of a contest in 57.19 seconds. Under 20 boys final with a field of 7 athletes. The record in this one was set by Keon Joseph back in 2012, a time of 52.64. Rishim Griffith of Elite trying to stamp his dominance on the rest of the field from very early, looking smooth, strong and confident along the back stretch. Hot on his heels though were the athletes from Quantum Leap in the orange and black. That's Nathan Ferguson and Brandon Hoyt, narrowing the gap with every stride. And with just about 100 meters left, Ferguson took over the lead with Griffith still there. But can Ferguson hold on? Both men getting tied up. You can see it on their faces as Griffith pulls through, nipping Ferguson on the line as both boys ran under the record. Griffith at 51.82 seconds and Ferguson at 51.89. A chilly night out for the spectators, but things were about to heat up with the 200 meters. 5 girls on the line for this race, including Rakila Fagan and Kayla Cummins, both of Elite Distance, and Lydian Haddock of Quantum Leap, the athletes to watch. Here's Haddock in lane number 6. Next to her is Fagan, but Haddock will pull away to own this race, winning in 25.20 seconds. Now to the under 17 boys, and Mikhail Carvalho coming into this event with the fastest time. He's the one in the black and blue, making up the stagger around the entire field in a hurry. But in coming home, the others were hot on his heels. And that's when he turned on the overdrive, shifted a gear, and brought it home in style, clocking 22.37 seconds. Just 3 in the finals of the women's 200-meter dash. Shade Williams and Ashley Lowe in the distinctive pink and white of the Elite Distance Club, and Tia Adena Bell of Quantum Leap in the all-black. Williams in lane number 6, closest to the camera, coming off the bend ahead of her pair of rivals, and just easing down the track to run a quick time of 23.39 seconds. And finally, the under 20 boys 200-meter event. A field of 4, including Shaquan Glasgow, Curran Griffith, Matthew Clark, and Michael Patrick. Griffith in lane number 6, running in the Blackbirds kit. Coming off the bend first, Matthew Clark in the blue. He's in lane number 4, and he's right there with him. Clark takes over at this stage, but as they came home, it's Clark and Griffith. Griffith closing, Griffith dipping at the line for the victory in 21.50 seconds.
Thanks once again, Sean. To the Sport of Kings now, owner Sir David Seal is in with a chance to increase his record 7 Gold Cup wins to 8 when he enters Marcus Antonius into Saturday's Gold Cup race. Tonight's preview with CBC's Anne-Marie Burke focuses on this local hopeful.
What's a Gold Cup race without the Hopefield stables having a representative? And this year, Sir David Seal has once again entered Marcus Antonius. He's a consistent horse who, despite a few nagging issues, can keep up the pace with the rest of the field. After all, this is his second start in a Gold Cup race, having lined up last year. Trained by Liz Dean, who was a 2007 Gold Cup winner with Whiskey For Me, this year's task is a bit tougher, as she admits that overseas entries will make all the running, leaving the local horses with a battle royale to claim the glory.
This is going to be a very difficult year for local horses because, in my opinion, the 2 horses that Mr. Ramsey has brought, probably Shining Copper might be the best turf horse we've ever seen run here in Barbados. The Dudley Diggs is a lovely looking horse. You know, the only little advantage we have is home track, but I don't think it's that much an advantage of horses of this caliber. So, you know, we were going to try our best. Marcus as well. he's had some issues over the last year, but he's training well, he looks well, and we're just hoping for the best.
Drawn in post position 6, Marcus Antonius will be partnered with stable jockey, the experienced Anderson Ward.
And still to come, our nightly Gold Cup flashback. We're back. Well, in a sport dominated by men, Elizabeth Dean, more affectionately known as Liz, has distinguished herself as the only female trainer on the island. Charged with overseeing the charges of the Hopefield stables, she tasted Gold Cup victory back in 2007.
It's time now for our golden flashback. A look at those Gold Cup races that left racing fans at the edge of their seats for every twist and turn of the race. There's no doubt that women have been making their mark in sports, especially in disciplines where men were usually dominant. So in 2007, when Whiskey for Me took Gold Cup glory, Elizabeth Dean became the first female trainer to saddle a winner of the Barbados Gold Cup.
Then we get Southsea very close to order. Then dropping back on the inside is Lightning Pilot. On the outside of Lightning Pilot is Duke the First. Stravinsky Secret is on the outside. And favorite player can see them all as their thunder pass to stand in the Gold Cup. The leader is Atul. Andy Ward taking this one to the lead. On the outside is Who's Wavering. Then we come to Kentucky Chill and Dawn Angle Sunny. On the outside is Southsea. China Seabre is next. Then going up on the outside of that one is Duke the First. Stravinsky Salute the Colors is next. Along the inside, that one is Whiskey for Me. 4 back to Lightning Pilot, favorite player. And the last one at this point is Stravinsky Secret for the run.
That's the way they both go by the half-mile mark in the Gold Cup. The leader is still Atul. On the outside, Who's Wavering. On the inside, Kentucky Chill begins to feel the pinch. Southsea is running a blinder on the outside. Right there's a favorite, Duke the Fur. Then down on the inside, I can see that one going very nicely indeed. It's Whiskey for Me and Kentucky Chill as they race past the 3 and head down to the quarter now. The leader is Duke the Fur. That one has struck the lead. No, it's Who's Wavering from Atul in second position. In hot pursuit is stable companion Duke the Fur. Down on the outside, making steady headway is Whiskey for Me. That's the way they come to the corner with just over a furlong to travel in the Gold Cup. Who's Wavering is the lead on the inside of Tool. Here's stable companion Whiskey for Me on the outside with a big challenge. Deep down on the inside of Tool is digging in deep and finding more. But the challenge is too big for Whiskey for Me on the outside. Whiskey for Me picking it up and is going to win the Gold Cup. Whiskey for Me wins the Gold Cup by 3 lengths to on the inside.
That's Golden Flashback. A look at those Gold Cup races that we just can't forget.
Definitely remember that one. So here's what's happening tomorrow, March 2nd. The schoolgirls basketball tournament has 3 games at various venues from 3:15 p.m. and it's session 4 of the National Long Course Swimming Championships at the Aquatic Center from 6 p.m. That's Sports Night for Thursday. We're back tomorrow with another full package. I'm Damien Best. Do enjoy.